All right, everybody, welcome back to another Beehooligans sit-down episode. We have the full crew sitting in here at some point in time. People are moving around, in and out as they're able to. Of course, if Shawi's done throwing his camera all around, Shawi, what you got going on besides a sleepy raccoon?
Not a whole lot. Waiting for the flow. They're starting the tallow starting to bud out, and they're starting to work the tallow trees. So in the next week or two, they're gonna be full bore, hopefully.
Awesome. Yappy, we got Yappy back here again. Yappy's you're looking hungry.
No, I ain't hungry no more. I done had some farm fresh eggs and farm fresh sausage this morning.
Oh my.
It's good.
You didn't have no honey with it?
No.
Dude.
You don't eat honey.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah. I sell honey. I don't eat it. It digs into my profits.
And we have some special guests today. I've been talking about this for a while, guys, but today we finally managed to connive and sweet talk them into this. We have Gary and Margaret from the Kiwimana podcast down in New Zealand. Hey, Gary and Margaret, how y'all doing down there?
Good.
Yeah, good. Morning.
You guys love us because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning where you're at. We're all hanging out at 10, eating late breakfast and stuff.
I hope you'll check it right soon.
At least Yappy well, you guys are familiar with this because you guys are notorious for being the home of the hobbits, and we got Yappy over there eating like a hobbit. So
it's when the fireworks start that you really got to worry.
So how's beekeeping down in New Zealand right now?
Pretty much closed down for winter. Still finishing treatments.
Yeah, but our bees continue to create brood and forage through our winter and autumn. So we still got work to do all the time.
So it's kind of like living in New Orleans. You're kind of like JP and Shawi down there. You got bees moving pretty much most of the time. It's just they settle down for a little bit and then get kicked back up more active later.
Right. Yeah.
Lucky
we just
ducks.
We just get a lot of rain in winter.
And varroa's a constant issue.
Oh, I hate the V word. Almost as much as I hate the small hive beetle word. Oh, see, now I went and said it. Doggone it. All right. So, guys, we have a special opportunity today with these podcasters from New Zealand who are beekeepers. We hear their shows. I know most of us, if not all of us, have heard the Kiwimana podcast. Have you got any questions you have for Gary and Margaret? Because they're normally the ones asking the questions. This time we turned it around on them. We get to ask them the questions. And Yappy, keep this in mind. We have to maintain international diplomacy.
Okay. And I think, well, there goes 12 of the 15 questions. Hey, listen, in all due seriousness, what ended up, why did you guys decide that you wanted to go down the road to start a podcast? What motivated you to do that?
I think because there wasn't many beekeeping podcasts out there. So we started it. That's why we started it. It was kind of an extension of our blog.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've got a podcast app, and I ended up I got into some pretty good podcasts, but they just kind of all of a sudden seemed to drop off. I do compliment you guys. You're up to 105 episodes, 6, something like that.
107 we recorded last night. So
okay. Yeah. Well, it seems like that the podcast always seem to get off great, and then they kind of falter when people run out of basic things to talk about. So my compliments to you guys for getting that many up and running and still keeping them exciting. And I know personally I look forward to listening to them. So, and I really do appreciate that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we've enjoyed having you as part of the 100 episode. So just doing it together and the love of talking.
Well, and they'll call me Yappy for nothing now, do they?
Shall what you do? Are you afraid to move? If you guys can't see this, but Shawi's got this little raccoon. You've seen pictures we posted before. Just curled all up. My daughter would just be in love with it. It was a little curled up raccoon on your shoulder. Normally, guys, Gary and Margaret, normally that thing is chewing one of his ears off. So this is kind of an odd moment where it's relaxed right now.
He's sleeping.
She's wore out. We had a busy morning this morning,
So did she just turn up at your place, or how did that happen?
She was a rescue. A friend of mine was friends with, his son was friends with my daughter, and he went get it out of the attic. And so he just was looking, she was looking for a home. So I had one before, and it was fun. So I went ahead and told him I'll be right there, and left the house at 10 that night, drove an hour, go get it. My wife had a fit, but she's fallen in love with it.
Yeah.
She says she don't, but that's not true.
So you can house train a raccoon then?
Oh yeah, she uses the litter box right now. Just like a kitten. Every now and just like a kitten or a little puppy you're training, she has a little accident here and there, but usually I bring her outside. She do a business, and when I cage her, I have a litter box in there, and she uses the litter box when she has to go. So it's pretty neat. My other one was raised with 2 kittens, so I didn't have to show her nothing. The kitten showed her how to use the litter box, and she can be in the living room, and then if she has to go to the bathroom, straight to the utility room and in the litter box, So that was pretty neat. But she uses the litter box right now. They're easy to train.
That's awesome.
Now I think we got somewhere in the background here. Did our little buddy Anthony, our newbie, show up? Anthony, are you out there?
Oh yeah, I'm here, but it's your timing kind of stinks.
Hey.
Always talking about litter boxes, and you come to me? Really? Really?
What made
Just
you
leave
think
it
about
like
Anthony
that.
after
That's
that discussion,
wrong.
huh?
Yeah. Speaking about litter boxes, Anthony, you're here.
He got the big dogs, so it might as well.
I'm sure Anthony's house trained already.
I just think it's funny that he said your timing is what stinks.
I know.
You notice I got my own podcast station. We're no longer at the library.
We're definitely in private locations. So, Annie, you got any questions or comments? Something that have you had a chance yet to hear the Kiwimana podcast?
I have not.
Not yet. I know you're playing catch up on a lot of stuff yet, so I've been throwing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Poor little Anthony there.
Okay, I know. I am just now learning about podcasts since we've been doing this. This show is my first, and has been my first and only experience with podcasting or listening to podcasts. So I'm just not one who, I don't go around list. I don't know. That's just not an internet thing I do.
That's fine. That's okay.
You're missing it.
Please forgive me.
Maybe. They may not. We might.
Hey, I want a copy.
Of course you will.
You just insulted our guest, Anthony. See how you are.
No, I just
feel bad now.
Yeah.
An insult would be.
Oh, they're walking up. Margaret's
wow. Okay. Oh, it's Margaret? Okay.
No. It's Margaret. Margaret.
Okay.
There's 2 things I love about her. One is when she says her name, but 2 that she picked up on a call in or what I did one where her new favorite word is hoot.
Hoot.
Everything's a hoot.
Everything's a hoot.
It is a hoot.
Yes, but are you familiar with the hoot and holler? Because where Yappy's from, that's a whole different thing.
I see.
No,
It's
but
kind of
Hollering
I think
is
seriously her favorite word is banana, and I don't know where in the world my daughter's got this from. I've got a 6-year-old daughter that has picked up on that, and she went around the house for almost 3 months. Everything, banana. I mean,
thing.
I wanted to record it just so I could play it for Margaret.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So she's a fan of the podcast?
She's a fan of banana on the podcast, that's for sure.
When Yappy was a little kid, he went around yelling, ramen noodles.
Yeah.
Give me the ramen noodles.
I've heard about this.
That ain't no lie.
Ramen noodles. So, Yappy, do you have a favorite flavor? I've been hearing these two ribbing you all about ramen noodles, and I know they come in like 1,000 flavors. Is there a Yappy special flavor?
Oh,
Shrimp.
Chicken. It's chicken and only chicken.
Chicken,
Shrimp.
ramen
Yeah.
noodles. No shrimp.
No,
Sorry, Shawi. He said you're out with the shrimp.
Yeah,
He
well, I
can't do
know
the
that.
seafood.
No.
He can't do seafood. He's got to have ramen noodles.
Yeah, I heard
Well,
No, but they have the shrimp flavor one, but he's scared of the amoeba might be in there too. That's why he stay away from the seafood.
yeah, I don't care how much they cook that stuff down.
Hey, Yappy, I got something to tell you with the ramen noodles. The other day, my daughter came in from college, and she was here for the day, and she was warming up something, and I'm like, what is that? She said, ramen noodles. I'm like, oh, I never had any. So I tasted it. It's not bad.
Oh,
I just
man.
give it a taste.
Well,
Yeah,
you
going
have-
down, it's great. It's the coming back out that's the problem.
Well, I just had a taste, but I have real good food to eat, real food like shrimp and crawfish and all that good stuff.
real food's much better.
Real food.
Yeah. Well, that's what my daughter said. That's college food.
Yeah?
Everybody in college, that's all they eat.
Easy.
Well, if you come down here, Yappy, you'll have to bring a whole suitcase of it because we don't have them here.
Are you kidding? I could turn around and ship you a whole suitcase of it. The shipping would cost 73,000 times more than it costs for ramen noodles. These things they're like, I think you can buy like 3 packs for $1. And all it is it's this little dehydrated packet of some kind of form or fashion that is like a noodle. And then they put a little seasoning packet in there that's mostly salt with whatever flavoring you get. And you boil the noodles. Then you just sprinkle the seasoning in it. You stir it up and then you eat that. But they call it college food because I think it expands 10 times more in your stomach than what it did in the pot.
Oh,
You just have something in the news that
another
stuff is
reason-
like nuclear now. I mean, it's like kill you 10 minutes after you eat it.
No.
Is that in the news?
Not
So
out
can you-
ramen noodles.
No,
So you can use
I'm
the
almost positive. Now I got to find the article because they said.
And another
ramen
reason
noodles,
they
you gotta
like it
see
in college. Another reason they like it in college is cheap. When you're on a budget,
You better
it's real
believe that,
cheap.
right? Cheap
Not
is
like
all
a
about-
lovely steak, eh?
That's right.
Yeah.
So what's a packet of ramen noodles cost? About $1 or something.
Yeah, 3 for $1.
Three for $1.
Yep.
So you can have 3 meals a day for $1.
Yeah.
Yappy's
That's
always
good.
ready for that day he becomes homeless. He's got it down.
Always
but
be prepared.
Well, that's what's crazy about all the preppers. For the last 10 years, I pretty much since even before that, all the preppers turn around and that's the number one food that they put in their, emergency storage rations is ramen noodles because I think you can end up buying a truckload of them for $7.30.
Yeah.
So
They
And
don't
last
spoil.
like what, 50 years?
A bulk special.
Yeah, it doesn't spoil because it's not, actually real food.
It's not real
Yeah.
food.
The
It's cheaper
humans
than water. It's
not
cheaper
the
than
food.
water.
And you can use the seasonings to treat for omelets as well, I hear.
Yeah.
hey, I don't have any mites, so it must be working.
Yeah, it's a good rodenticide too. Like if you have some critters show up, you just sprinkle it out, it kills them
Hey,
immediately.
quit throwing the big words out there, okay?
That
Oh,
was
yeah,
at least
I-
$250 word. That was at least a $250.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Are
Hey,
you getting sponsored?
He's sponsored by ramen noodles, yeah.
yeah, well, actually, I should.
He would.
I
kill for
need
that.
a ramen noodle T-shirt.
Well, Yappy, you're gonna have to title this podcast, ramen noodles and the people from down under.
Kiwi. Hey, we'll title it Kiwis and Ramen Noodles.
Yeah.
There you go.
Kiwi flavored ramen noodles.
Oh, I like that. That is awesome.
I don't think it would be.
Hey, you just need go back to doing your business, Anthony.
Hey, Anthony, get it right.
Yeah.
Well, Margaret, we almost came visit y'all last year.
Okay.
Margaret. We on my 25th wedding anniversary, I wanted to go to New Zealand, and my wife said, "Well, is it further than Hawaii?" I said, "Well, it's not that much further, but it's a little ways out there." She said, "No, that's a little too far."
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna talk you into it in the next 3 or 4 years when we plan another trip.
Awesome.
I really wanted to go down there.
Go and see.
To New Zealand.
It's only that far from there.
On the map, yeah, it's just a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not far.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's about the length of your thumb, shall we?
Oh, I know that. I tried to show her that, but it didn't. She didn't take the bite.
She didn't bite that one. Huh? Oh, she bite on a swarm that returns on demand, on call, but she won't bite on the little short distance in New Zealand.
That's right.
She's a complex woman.
Aren't we all?
It was a tough time talking her to go to Hawaii.
Comment.
But if we ever plan a trip, we're gonna look y'all up. We're gonna look y'all up if we plan a trip.
We'll be here.
Now I might be by myself though.
We'll get some real food in for you.
Yeah.
You guys have alligators down there, don't you? He'll be right at home.
No alligators.
No, we have
You're SOL out there, Shawi. You can't go. What are you going to do?
They got crocodiles. Y'all have crocodiles?
Nah.
No snakes either.
No
ain't
tigers.
Australia, man. This is a civilized country.
Y'all have raccoons?
No, we have possums.
But they came from Australia, and they're all pests. Oops.
Yeah, we often shoot those, but
we're already turning her into a beehooligan.
Yeah.
Take a lot.
I open up a raccoon. What's a raccoon called? You got a name?
She.
That's mini-me.
Yeah, it's mini Shawi. Little Shawi.
She's a Shawi. And when that come about, I used to be a raccoon hunter. And the Choctaw Indians would call a raccoon a Shawi. So the Cajuns took that name from them. So it's a Shawi, so I call her mini-me.
Oh, that's awesome.
But her name is Bandit.
Yeah.
Because since she's a female, you can't call her Bandit. Bandit's a boy name. So we just
2017, man. We're beyond that. You call it Bandito if you want to.
Well, JP said I can't call her Bandit because I had my other one named Bandit.
Who made JP the raccoon police? This is what I want to know.
JP. You don't know JP by now? Are you happy?
He just wants to be like our friend Bud, who named 4 of his Rottweilers D. They all D.
Makes life so simple.
Not when all life's time, but it can be hard.
That's the George Foreman,
every dog
practice, isn't it?
Yeah, every dog my uncle had was named King. Every dog.
Saves confusion.
You can reuse the collars as well. They've got named collars, so you're okay.
I always get asked by people if they. Go ahead, shall we?
Jeff, you got a mini-me. One of his dogs is called Minnie.
JP's dogs are mini.
Well, it's Minnie him, Mini-me.
Well, Minnie used to be Minnie, but after we discovered she had epilepsy, and we got to give her phenobarbital twice a day, Minnie became plump mini.
No, that's not true. You can't say plump on a fat dog. Plump and fat, that's two different things, dude. She is fat.
Yeah,
She is beyond. Hey, Yappy, you saw. Tell the truth, Yappy. Is she plump or fat?
Yes.
Man,
Yes.
you're just talking about his dog.
Yeah, don't
Hey.
call a man's dog.
But I think let's take a vote. We should name, shall we to name his raccoon Asker.
Asker.
Asker, yeah, ask her what her name is. Name her Asker.
Well, that's pretty good. Asker. I like that, Yappy.
There you go.
Leave
Oh,
it to
Lord.
Yappy.
See,
He's
that-
got the creative one.
If you wouldn't have slept through last week's one, you would have had a name already. But that's okay. A week late, that's no problem. I forgive
All right then. I'm catching up.
you. Okay, you catching up. You did good, friend. I
Hey,
like that.
listen.
Ask her.
Ask her what her name is.
Ask
Look,
her what
y'all
her
need to
name
quit
is.
fussing. We got these people up at 3:00 in the morning to come hang out with us, and here they're sitting there going, "Okay, what are we supposed to be talking about? A raccoon? No, we're supposed to be talking to them. Talk to them
About bees
and bees.
podcasts and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Hey, who made you happy? The podcast police all of a sudden.
I no doubt I'm losing my badge or something, dude.
I mean, I take a week off, I come back, and you guys have turned into chaotic hooligans.
You see what happened?
I know.
We can't let you go.
Why ain't gonna happen again?
Well, we'll
I'll straighten
become
you out.
raccoon holders now, so that's what we're doing. We're giving up bees, we're doing raccoons.
Shall we convert it?
They
It's
have
gonna be
questions with the raccoons. See,
it's gonna be the Kiwimana Raccoon podcast. Raccoons and gardens. People
whole
in
lot
New
of-
Zealand are gonna hate us.
Next week I would have my alligator on.
Yeah. Oh,
That alligator.
I'm not naming the alligator.
Just
gotta
call
watch
it
things.
out of here.
Yeah.
I'd call it handbag. Anyway,
Gucci.
I call
But
him supper. I call him alligator supper. Or
Yeah.
dinner.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like chicken.
I knew you were
does.
going
It
to say
really
that.
Hey, JP, what it taste like?
Do alligators get plump?
Alligator?
Oh yeah.
Alligator
What it taste
to
like?
me, like a cross between. Well, it depends on how it's cooked, I guess. But
When I cook
don't know.
it, what it taste like? Chicken?
yeah, and the sauce pecan, it does taste a lot like chicken, yeah.
Thank you.
But
That's all I'm talking about.
sometimes it can have a little pork taste too, I think. Just a hint, like pork and
You could
something else.
You could use the seasoning from the
ramen noodles.
yeah.
Ah,
I was
Hey, yeah, I mean, that's a
sitting here
good
thinking
idea.
that. I'm going, we need an
Oh, I don't know
alligator
about
flavored
that.
ramen.
No, that's
alligator ramen
sacrilege
noodles.
right there.
Right there.
No, you can't do that. You can't ruin that good alligator meat with no ramen noodle. Come on.
Hey, do you use any of that? What is that? I picked up some. They corrupted me from distance. JP told me about this spice stuff called Smack Yo Mama. It's good stuff. I like it. But do you use
know,
that on
it's
your
good.
alligators?
No, I use Tony Safran. That's an insult. I never use slap your mama. I'm a Tony Safran man.
You are such a liar, shall we?
You
that
never
turned-
see me use slap your
You're
mama.
the one that turned me on to slap your mama. You said it's better than the Tony Sashry. It's not quite as salty. God
Dude.
bless. Yeah.
I never use the stuff.
Oh, okay. All right. You're the one that turned me on to it. Hello.
You've been dreaming, dude. I don't
that's
use
a true
that.
story, folks. Okay.
Okay.
We call
We'll
it
take
Slap
you-
the Gator ramen noodles.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna be making a little noise. I'm setting up to remove some bees out of a wall. I'm
Well, I
gonna
guess
stay
you
with
need to
y'all as
figure out
much
where
as I
your
Well,
can.
why don't you just take a 20-minute break and then it's gonna be over with.
Gary and Margaret, I didn't get a chance to really thank y'all for inviting me on one of your podcasts. We had a lot of fun that day last year.
Yeah, it was good. We must redo it.
Oh, we've loved watching you on the old YouTubes, and yeah, it's always good. And then to actually hear your voice, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I just sit here and listen to you guys. I like how y'all talk.
Cool.
Good, thank
Yeah,
you.
I got to hear this banana now, Margaret. I need to hear you say banana.
It's hard. I have to prepare.
Yeah.
I hear this is really good. You pull that accent, New Zealand accent, really good in bananas. Now I got to hear it. We'll get you to say it one of these times.
Okay. And just give me a minute.
Prime yourself up.
Wow.
Give her a bottle of water.
So
in
wrong.
Or whatever you call that.
I actually feel really embarrassed. I don't know if I can do it.
Is this how I'm coming in today, or y'all want me to come in back there?
Yeah.
Oh, we're listening to JP do business.
Ask Eugene if you know.
We're all focused.
Sorry, folks.
All right, guys.
Banana.
No, that's all good. Yappy,
What'd I do?
have you
Here I
thought
am. I'm here.
of mixing any grubs, honeybee larva in your ramen noodles? I heard they're sweet. Actually, I don't hear they're
No.
sweet. I've actually eaten the larva before. I think they're sweet. But they're
I
like
wanna
eating
try-
gummy bears. To me, it's like eating honey-flavored gummy bears.
Really?
I want to try drone. I wouldn't
Okay.
mind trying some drone brood.
You
I
might
ate it
break
raw
your
out of
teeth.
the cell one time, and to me, that's what it tasted like: honey-flavored gummy bears.
I tell you,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, but you're not going to try drone brood. You know
No,
that.
dude,
You're just
seriously.
talking about it.
No, the next
You
time I'm
might-
down there with you
Oh,
and we
Lord.
do a video, I'll try a drone brood.
Hey, Gary and Margaret, we took him down to one of the
quit.
seafood capitals of Louisiana, and we all had seafood. You know what he ordered? A hamburger.
Yeah. I saw that
Yeah.
video. Yeah.
It's like going to a steakhouse and ordering chicken.
Dude, we've already
That's
argued
not
about this.
right.
Beef is land shrimp. That's all there is to it.
I'm good.
I thought you were going to say you're going to eat that a ramen noodle.
They got beef flavored ramen noodles.
I did bring him a pack of ramen noodles just in case.
Oh yeah, they had fun with me.
You want to have your guests feeling like they're at home.
Shawi was thinking of me, but I hadn't seen him in quite a while, and he brought me a gift of the shrimp flavored ramen noodles.
Yeah.
He tried. He tried to
I
get me
tried.
shrimp. I don't know. I couldn't go overboard.
You don't eat
Well, that's
shrimp?
all I had at the house. No, you don't eat shrimp.
He don't eat any shrimp? Yeah, but you don't eat any shrimp.
It's not on my top 10 list.
Dude, I'm in
Dude, any
Omaha, as central of the U.S. as you can get. I eat shrimp.
Dude, this is serious now. I'm going to tell you straight up, man. This is state law. I turned around and was down there with back last year. Shawi was going to pick up shrimp, and he asked JP, said, how much you want? JP said, I want like 20 pounds. So he brings him a big cooler full of shrimp, and it's the big ones. It ain't them little pinky-sized shrimp that you get down like popcorn shrimp. I mean, these things they're like steaks, man. You got to fillet them. They're so big. So anyway, I'll save you the whole argument on whether there was 20 pounds or not, but JP ends up, the next morning he gets up and he scrambles them a couple eggs, and he takes 3 shrimps, and he puts them in the frying pan, and he cooks them things up, man, puts some little Tony Chachere's on them, got the butter on it. He turns around and he takes one, he cuts it in half, which is like the size of my hamburger, right? He says, dude, you got to try this. So he challenged me, and I'm like, man, I don't know if I can do it. Well, I ate it, and by God, it was freaking fabulous. So will I eat shrimp? Sauteed with a lot of butter and a little Tony Chachere's makes everything taste good.
All right. Well, since you told that story, I got to tell another story. So Yappy says, "Yeah, we going. He's in the car. We talking. He says, "Oh yeah, we driving. We going on vacation." I said, "Oh, where y'all going?" He says, "We're going to the beach." So a couple of days later, they got back and everything. I said, "Y'all had a good time?" "Oh yeah, it was great, man." I said, "How was the water?" He goes, "We didn't go in the water." I'm like, "Why not?" "Oh, because they got flesh-eating people." I said, "Where'd y'all stay?" "We were about 200 yards from the beach." He calls that going to the beach.
Oh, my.
Dude, Get your details straight. Oh, the kids had a ball. All right.
Yeah,
I walked over on the sand. All right, but I'm not getting in that ocean water. Tell him.
Some kids are gonna go when they grow up. They're gonna go live on the beach because you've deprived them all these years.
Yeah.
Oh no, the kids. I let the kids go. If they want to get eat up, that's fine with them. I'm not doing it.
Oh boy.
Now, you've seen the stories. You know that stuff is true.
That is true.
Yeah, it's true. 1 in a million get it.
How many people go to the beach and vacation every week? Million. So there's somebody
Million.
every week.
Millions.
Yeah,
right.
So
Exactly. Everybody's fine.
now, wait a minute. Yeah, wait a minute. You're equivalating flesh-eating amoeba to basically be in the situation of when we go do with bees and we talk to people and, everybody is deathly allergic. Everybody, even though they say that there's only like less than 4% of the total population is truly allergic to bee stings, bee venom. So there's like 1 in 4 maybe, if that much.
I heard it was less than 1%.
Yeah, I mean,
But
depending
anyway,
on how you look
it's
at
low.
the numbers, and that's the high end that I quoted. Because there's a lot of people that fit in there. So now flesh-eating amoeba, people who are susceptible to being eaten by amoeba, falls into that same category?
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
I think the bees are attracted to people that are allergic to bee stings. That's why they always ring us up. Every swarm call, they're allergic.
Everybody's definitely allergic. Everybody.
Yeah.
Well, we always
Definitely
love when
allergic.
Yappy comes down. Because he's a perfect decoy.
Well,
All
you
right,
said him
here's your-
running one way.
We've watched you, JP. We've seen the reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've seen
you
you-
see his eye, right? They attack his eye every time. They go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's. I met
Now,
him.
that ain't no lie.
Margaret. I was.
Yeah.
You was down 2 weeks ago, Yappy?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, I met him. I drove almost 3 hours or 2.5 hours to meet up with him. I drive up, Yappy come from under the trailer, and all I see is little knots all over his head. While he was walking to me, he got stung another 10 times. What we said, Yappy? At least 70 stings that day. And I can vouch for that.
Do you want us to send you a bee suit? Yep.
They're actually quite
They love
heavy.
it. They love it.
It ain't no lie. Hey, now, the funny thing was, the reason I was walking over to him, which I could only see out of one eye, and I was feeling around with my hands, but if Bud hadn't said, "Hey, there's Shawi," I would have, the truck going by, I would have known. So here I am, like, the third blind mice. And I get up to the truck, and I'm feeling the hood, and I get to the door, and I hand Shawi the queen. In one of JP's videos, if you go back and watch, he turned around and caught the queen. He calls Shawi to come down there, hands him the queen. So here I'm at the end of the job, and I'm vacuuming out the last of the bees, and here around the corner comes Shawi with the queen cage in his hand. And I look up at the hole, and I look back, and it just hits me like a ton of bricks. You son of guns. Oh, I already knew what they did. So JP gets this 2 removals underneath a mobile home. So I'm in the back side of the mobile home, and I'm doing just fine. The bees are happy. He's got a completely different way he's doing his scenario. Well, he calls me up and he says, "Yeah, come up here." He said, "I'm going to drive them to you. You look for the queen." So there's like 7 pounds, 12, 15, probably 100 pounds of bees up underneath this house. And he wants me to find the queen in 100 pounds of bees. I did it. So there, gotcha. I got the queen. Threw her in a cage.
Thank God he did it before his eyes shut closed.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, 10 more minutes and it would have been just too bad.
Well, I hope you'd find it. We ran every last bee to you.
I know, but I ended up, I put her in a cage, and then when Shawi got there, I turned around and handed it to him because, I mean, I was about to go full blown anaphylactic shock here, with all the bee stings. So we played it a little bit. But I think it ended up. Bud was with us. He kind of let the secret out of the bag that we had to.
Yeah, it was going good. Bud didn't know next time we know to fill Bud in on our little.
I just worried about all those poor dead bees. You killed all those poor dead bees.
This is the thing. After, we were getting ready to leave to go eat, and we were sitting around talking around, here come a bee. Straight to Yappy on this eye.
Yeah.
Just boom. I mean, they had him off.
Did you at least put some smoke on him to cover the alarm pheromone after getting hit that often?
No, I
was the alarm pheromone.
I'm about to say he's a walking alarm at that point.
No, I found a new deodorant and cologne that is hickory flavored. So I just turn around and I when I take showers, I take a bath with hickory flavored soap. Okay, hickory flavored shampoo, deodorant, all that stuff.
You need to use banana flavored deodorant. That does better.
That's what he was using before.
That's what I was using that until I figured out when my nose cleared up from all the swelling, I realized that JP had changed my deodorant from my hickory flavored to banana flavored. You sneaky guy, you.
Banana.
There it is.
Banana.
We got
Oh God. I wish I wasn't at work. If my daughter was here, she would be having a ball with you right now.
How old is she again?
6.
6. Oh, awesome.
So getting back
The world's
to
wonderful
a little bit.
from a 6-year-old, eh?
Just got to get a little bit on back on task. It is a beekeeping podcast.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. It is
Yeah.
Now,
see, JP's working away, and we're sitting here talking.
He's working his little arms off over there.
Yeah.
He's
like
like he's out of breath.
I know. That's what I was just about to say. He's getting it to it.
You all right?
I'm good.
I told you, don't climb up that 6-foot ladder. Use the 4-foot ladder. You won't go out of breath too much.
We
I got a
normally
little step-up ladder. It's about 2 foot.
We normally hang up in New Zealand, don't we?
Now, I was going to ask if Gary and Margaret, do you guys get to do a lot of cutouts and removals yourself down there?
Oh, Margaret's done a few, but not really, because generally people don't want their houses cut up, so they don't like it.
We're not builders, but we can be demolition experts.
Yeah.
Just remember, whatever you take off, make sure it could be put right back on. Same way it came off, and you're good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I've had success with most of them. There was just one that we just couldn't get the queen. It was like she just kept traveling through the wall to the next part of the wall. There was like cracks in it, and so we never got that one.
You know what you do in that situation? You just walk away. Go ahead, go have a vanilla shake and find a shade tree like Shawi does. And you come back and she came out and she's where she was before.
Yeah. Some people think everything's done in 3 minutes,
That's true.
That's because JP keeps editing his videos. He'll take a video cutout that takes 18 hours and put it into 5-minute video. And people walk around thinking, well, that's all it is, 5 minutes.
JP!
That's what you do.
You'd be surprised. That is the God's honest truth. Hey, you make it look so easy. I'm like, look, that 10-minute video represents 6 hours of hard work now.
I'm saying.
Indeed.
You've got to only show your highlights, eh? Absolutely.
It's like how we're working this hard to get this podcast together, man. It's hard work.
Yeah, because our podcasts are about 7 hours long, but it cuts down to an hour.
Yeah. So why don't you guys tell us a little bit about y'all's beekeeping practices, your personal, like what y'all using Langstroth hives, top bore hives? What's your approach? What works for you guys?
We've got 3 different kinds here. Margaret will tell you.
Yeah, we're running a top bar this season, but it's just failed. So, yeah, yay. And we're doing a 7-frame colony. We're just trialing that this season, and that's working okay. We're just have to see if it gets through winter. And our lifestyler, which is a long bench hive, that one seems to be, really good, especially for us because we get a lot of rain. And the standard Langstrath is, and Hoffman frames in those boxes. So, and the bench hive has the same Hoffman frames that we use. Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute.
I have no idea. Winter.
What's a Hoffman frame? I'm looking this up now because you're throwing me off here.
It's a standard length full depth frame.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys call them deep, say? It's a Langstrath deep frame.
Oh, see, we're used to calling it a Dayton frame here.
Oh, is that one of your big bee suppliers, though?
Well, no, Charles Dayton invented it way back when back in the Langstrath, put his together.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I might have missed something, Margaret, but did you mention that y'all also are fooling with the long hive? Did you mention that? No?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's 32 frames it holds.
Yeah.
We've got a product that's been designed that I tested last season called the Lifestyler, and it's 32 frames wide, and it's got inspection boards in it. We've modified it to have 3 inspection boards, and it's got a viewing window, and it's very flash, and it's a very popular product. So, yeah, we love that one. It's very easy.
Right. And it's got full removable frames that you can extract.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it.
Yeah. It's the law that you must be able to inspect because of the American foul brood. So, but the top bar was the last one to be approved here in New Zealand because there was a lot of controversy about it not being able to be inspected. But it's been approved now for the last 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah, quite a while.
Yeah.
So, we have to have removable frames here to inspect disease.
Yeah.
Heck, if I wasn't moving hives around all day long, I would probably just keep long hives. I mean, it just seems over and over, they seem to really prefer that horizontal configuration.
Yeah, I think the worst thing with that is trying to manage your honey flow and working out the best way to do that from the left is what I do it. And yeah, we've had a terrible honey production this year, so we haven't had to manipulate it as much because there's just nothing there.
No flow.
Yeah. So, but the Langstrath hives have got lots of honey in them, but they're in a different location than where we are. So it's only about 5 kilometres away, but what a difference, with the production there.
Oh yeah. What a difference, huh? It can make.
Yeah.
Ha! Yeah. I found it. The Hoffman.
Let me ask you this. What type of problems do you have other than bees wanting to, say, rob your colonies? Y'all have issues with toads?
No.
I know in Australia they do have problems with these big cane toads, and they'll sit there and wait for the bees to leave, and they'll just gobble them up.
Oh,
but here we have skunks, and some people have to contend with bears and things like that. What about you guys?
Well, we have kingfishers. They come and eat the bees.
They're like a small kookaburra, eh?
Yeah, they swoop in and eat them.
Yeah, they're very little birds, but they're just like an Australian kookaburra, but really small.
We have them here too.
Yeah. And wasps.
Varroa mites are the biggest.
Yeah, wasps are a real pain.
Have you guys heard of that new mite that's been found?
No, I never heard of that.
A new mite?
Margaret
can say it. She'd listen to the podcast.
I can't now.
Tropalatis. It's an Asian mite that's jumped over to a European mite. So
Mercedes.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's all we need now, right?
Yeah, I know. Jeez Louise, we've just been talking about it, and we don't need it, man, and I don't know how these things are happening. People are moving bees too much.
Hopefully it won't spread out of Asia.
So what are some of y'all's favorite types of honey that comes from your area?
Oh, rewa rewa. It's from our rewa rewa tree, and it's like
It's like toffee. It's beautiful.
It's like heaven on a spoon. Yum.
Yeah, that. And we have
Wait, you said it's like poppy?
Toffee.
Toffee.
Oh,
Toffee.
Oh, okay.
Teeth
I thought maybe you were
tango.
talking about some hallucinogenic type of honey.
Oh, no, we sell it to the high school kids.
Okay.
He's just kidding. Just kidding. No children were harmed in the collection of this honey.
Have y'all had a chance to interview Les Crowder yet?
No,
Big
not
top
yet.
4 hive guy? Not yet?
Yeah.
I got a chance to meet him a couple of years ago, and he was telling me he'd made a trip to Costa Rica, and they put bees on coffee over there. And he said it's pretty incredible. Yep. So he's the only one I really ever heard of that was keeping bees on coffee.
Wow. We just watched a show with a guy called Boyd Crowder. He's from Harlem County.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a TV show called Justified. It's quite funny.
I'm trying to get Les on here for you, JP. He's supposed to come on to this podcast with us sometime in the future, and you can ask him.
Les is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I already talked about it. He's just waiting to get in here and talk about coffee bees with you.
Good.
Matter of fact,
Good.
that's
We'll
what he said. He said,
that.
I'll only come on the show if I get to talk about coffee bees with JP. It's ironic.
I think I heard that. You're right. I think I did hear about that. Yeah.
I have a question.
Please ask.
Have any of you eaten New Zealand Manuka honey?
Have we tried it?
That opportunity.
Yeah.
No, never had it.
No, and get your pen ready, and I'll give you my address to send it to me.
That's it.
I said it first. Ha ha.
It's too dang expensive. I think that's why most of us
costs
probably
more for
haven't
the
tried
shipping than it would the honey.
Yeah. We've got some neighbours who are organic honey producers, and when we don't get enough supplies, we will go to them, and their Manuka is just awesome. And they do specify the different types. The other one is Pahutakawa, and it's an awesome honey as well. But I think the Rewa Rewa is probably one you'll really like. So you'll have to do a group testing.
Wait a minute. Rewa?
Yeah, that's it. Perfect.
R-E-W-A.
You guys got great words down there. I love your lexicon. You guys have an awesome language. Rewa.
That's a $5 word right there.
No doubt.
Yeah. It's expensive to create this.
It only depends on the exchange rate, JP.
It went right over your head, Yappy, I guarantee you.
He's left the building.
Hey,
JP.
how's it?
No, he's in the building.
Yep, he's left.
Hold on. What's that, Anthony?
Oh, I was wondering what the weather's like in New Zealand because, Margaret, you mentioned something about worrying about a colony getting through winter. I mean, how close are you to your cold season?
About a month.
Yeah, it starts in the 1st of June. Here is our winter. We're in the end, coming towards the middle of autumn, SA, and the temperatures have dropped quite a bit in the morning, so it's pretty cold. And we actually put the fire on.
Yeah, it's not cold.
Wait a minute. Now, when you say cold, what's cold?
15 degrees. 12 degrees.
No,
you guys are
Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Celsius.
See, you guys are on that metric stuff. See, they're going to throw you all off, Yappy. They're metric. They're metric.
Oh, good, because I was already putting my earmuffs on just because she said it was cold.
Yeah. See, 0 degrees Celsius is like what, 32 here? 33 something.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Somebody, Google 12 degrees Celsius.
Right now.
0 degrees Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
See,
I do know that much.
Right around there.
So that's
There
probably
we go. So
low 60s.
that's cold. I'll give you cold for that one.
Yeah,
It's
in
relative
New Zealand,
because I got JP and these guys down here in Louisiana. You know, it gets down to 60 degrees, 65 degrees, and they're throwing sweaters on. I'm like,
Hey, look, dude. It
come
was
up
50,
to Nebraska. You know, that's
It
a
was
summer
50
swimming day
degrees
for
yesterday.
us.
It was
Yeah,
50
what are you
degrees yesterday
complaining
morning.
What's that,
Look, I
Shelby?
like it.
Yeah, I said it was 50 degrees yesterday morning.
That's swimming.
Hey, look,
That's
I like
That's
the
cold
I
at
like
this
the cold.
time.
Yeah, that
I
is
like
cold.
the cold. I just want to be warm in it.
That's
That's
skinny
that,
dipping
that's
weather,
that.
shall we?
Yeah, but see, when it gets cold, it's hunting season. You know,
But
Oh,
that's
yeah.
not cold.
it got cold. It got cold yesterday, and hunting season's closed.
That's not cold.
That don't
though.
make no
you
sense.
you keep saying that, but I don't think it means what you think it does. 50 degrees is not cold.
Come down
Oh, man.
here, and you're gonna see.
Yeah,
Dude, you know
look,
how
it
what
was.
the temperature is up here just this morning? It was like 42. And we thought we were out there
Yeah,
with
but
our coach. We were celebrating. We were running around with T-shirts and shorts
down
on.
south is colder.
It was
cold down
55
south
by
is
me.
colder.
It was 55 by me, and I called Shawee up. I said, where you going to put me? Which stand?
We were talking about going deer hunting.
That's right. We were ready to go. We felt that little tingle in the air. That was it. We were ready.
Yeah.
in New Zealand, we're like an island nation, and we've got two big islands, North Island where we live, and in the South Island. And in the South Island, they have snow and the glaciers, not glaciers, this, what do they call it?
You got glaciers.
Glaciers,
Yeah.
and it gets really cold down there. And then up in the North Island, we can get temperatures really hot, about 30
30 to
degrees
40 degrees
Celsius. And so we've got such a varied climate, and that's why we have real bad weather events that can really cover the whole country. So, yeah, it's an interesting island. It's not as big as America.
Well,
No.
at least you
how
have,
big
when
is-
it gets cold there, it's actually cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, we feel it's cold. It's like when you go outside and you say it's summer, and we would say, well, no, I've got, icicles on my nose.
All right. Well, guess
When
what?
does
I
your
just
swarm
looked at the
season
clock.
start?
It's like time. Time flies by when we're having a blast, and I think we've all had a pretty good time here. I'd like to thank Gary and Margaret. You guys, I appreciate you staying up so late and hanging out with us for a little bit. As always, you guys, you out there doing your things, and I really appreciate it. Yappy, JP, Shawee, and even Anthony, who's probably cooking breakfast right about now.
He's very quiet, isn't he?
Ah, man, I'm not cooking.
No? By now in the
no.
podcast, you're usually making breakfast.
Nah.
I enjoyed it, you guys.
All right.
Well, thanks for
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, thank you. And we've learned about raccoons and dietary food that's cheap and cheerful.
Yeah, right, noodle.
And look, I'm not gonna lie, Margaret. Half of what you said, I had no idea what you said, but it was sweet, beautiful music to my ears.
Hey, Margaret, understand this. That's the case when JP's talking a lot of times for me. He has a lot of sweet things to say to me.
Finally, I asked him to be my Valentine, and he didn't want to have no part. That truth comes out. Huh, Tony?
I'm telling you, man, he's warming up to you. It takes him a while. He's shy.
I know. I worked on him, and look, here we go.
Look, we're
Next
shy
Valentine's Day,
too.
I'm gonna be ready.
JP's not shy, is he?
Who?
Oh, you mean, yeah. Anthony's shy. He
Anthony's
is shy.
Oh, yeah. Well, the former firefighter,
Yeah, I'm
you
shy.
can't tell it by Yappy. I mean, Yappy's a firefighter, but they ain't nothing shy. I think he sucked up most of the shy from most of the rest ones, but most of them, they're just done being out in public. They want to go home and be hermits. That's what I get from Anthony. So,
Oh, so does
To
Gary.
a certain
I
extent,
couldn't believe it, but Gary does.
What do I do?
Be a hermit.
Oh, I'm a hermit, yeah.
all right, everybody. Well, you guys have fun.
Thank you.
Glad to have
Thanks, Tony.
everybody here. And I think next week we'll try and get. We're either going to have, I think, Guy, or maybe I can con Lesson to come in a little bit early. But we're going to have a good podcast next week too. So with that,
Hey, Gary, Margaret, typically we hang around after we get done podcasting, so don't hang up.
Okay.
we do so.
Right.
All right.
See ya.
With that,
Great day.
everybody,
Yeah.
remember, be smart.